Hello, chat. How's it going? My God. Go now. Gas, gas, gas. Hello, everybody. Ah. How's it going? Uh-oh. You guys get to see big me. Chat, do you prefer zoomed out or zoomed in me? Streamers want to know. Hello, Mr. Fox. How have you been? You prefer me? Thank you. Doing okay. Last I saw you guys, we streamed Forza. I was lucky enough to get early access, which made several of my friends hate me. But it is what it is. Yeah. Make sure all that's muted. Big Bardcom done, so I'm living my best life. Nice. Yes, I hope everyone's been doing well. This weekend we got even more stuff moved. Basically moved one of her tables and a lot of boxes. Just tons and tons and tons of stuff. So we're getting close. We basically have like the rest of her clothes and her kitchen, all the major furniture, which is going to happen the day of the actual. And then a couple little other like tchotchke things. Also, some move stuff around this weekend. Yeah. I mean, that's why like my back has been killing me lately, and a lot of it I think it just is that I haven't been staying in shape as well the past couple like months here, and just then having to like lift everything and it not going great. Mr. Torak, thank you for the 71. And Cujo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, my man. Welcome to the stream. Mole, mole, mole. Yes. We are progressing through the NA event. That's kind of why I wanted to stream FGO today. I wanted to make sure I'm staying on top of this event. It is a rerun, but you guys know that this is a very decent one, especially for those of you guys that want another shot at Draco. She's a fantastic unit for the game. Definitely something that you want to try your best to get at. I do have some storm pods, and I am currently up to Lost Jerusalem, it looks like. I have no idea what that is. I think we'll do like one run of this, and then I'll probably go do my storm pods, just so that I have something under my belt. I've been pretty lazy when it comes to group compositions for this. In fact, I'm so lazy that I have not even shifted Sink Deeper off. I probably can at least throw that in, or nothing else. I got MP5 Lartoria and 1200 Sand Quartz on our new banner. Nice. That is fantastic. A double that gave me a USO. Yeah, it happens. That's always like rough when you're trying to avoid stuff like that, and then it just happens anyways. And that's why like USOs do happen. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. The unfortunate part is if you're someone that doesn't roll enough to really get them very often, that it just becomes annoying because you just sit there with like one or two USOs and you never really have enough to actually like convert them into anything. Army and the girlfriend, we're doing good. In fact, I know she just informed pretty much her parents that she's moving in as well, and so far that's gone good. So we are, like I said, several weeks in already into the move. We've been moving stuff like back and forth kind of as we travel to and from her house. So pretty much every time we make a trip, we carry something with us, and it's been going great. So I'm excited as well because at work we got done with a major deadline finally. There's there's been a return that I've been working on that there's been some legal trouble with. It's nothing we did, but the client is just very ornery, and we are part of the defense on the lawsuit. But it just ended up being like really rough, and it was a fiscal year return, so it's not a like normal calendar year. And it ended up being due here on the 15th, and we just barely squeezed that out, and I kind of finished the last of like all the document storage and everything on it today. So I am very happy that that is done, and I feel like finally now for me tax season's actually done. Like I can relax. I don't have anything big or pressing like on me at the moment, so it's nice. You're in a lawsuit. What happened? Now it's like I said, it's nothing that we really did. It's just involving an estate and people being very angry about sort of the way things go down and that stuff. But I can't say more, literally for client privilege reasons. Bail, yes. I do find it funny that I've tried to go back at least the one time, and I couldn't really stick with Elden Ring ever since they came out with the DLC, and that's sad because unfortunately, I think they should have just left some of the stuff in the game in like the broken state that it was in. They should have just let us like still just have like these OP combinations, and it's just like nerf it for like PvP or something. But at the end of the day, like who cares? Just leave it as is for PvE. Because I know people are like, oh yeah, but the game's supposed to be hard and stuff, and I'm like, the game's supposed to be fun, right? Like hard, yes, but at the end of the day, Dark Souls has always had weapons that are OP, and it just kind of boils down to kind of pick your poison and like how hard do you want to make it on yourself. Someone who's worked for lawyers, I know the deal. Yeah, it is what it is. Hello, Ice. How's it going? The fun is in it being hard, but that's through your own choices, not because the game says so. Yeah, I've had a lot of arguments with people over like how difficult a Souls game should be. Souls games should be frustrating. They should be difficult, but I'm of the opinion, at least in certain circumstances, that like and my stance was this on the DLC, that the DLC was too hard. Okay. And people have been like, well, the Souls DLCs have always been hard, right? And I'm like, sure. But here is my stance for why it presents a problem. I'm A-okay with there being challenges. However, some of the challenges were designed to be completely impossible for all but a few builds. And then people tried to sit there and tell me like I had a gimmick build or something like that. And I'm like, no, if anything, I used a gimmick build to overcome those challenges. Like the final boss of the DLC, I used the fingerprint shield and a bleed rapier to beat it. That is a gimmick build. Like, absolutely a gimmick build. So to me, it's like, yeah, I mean, maybe every gimmick build shouldn't be able to overcome it, but when I look at certain things and I say like, hey, this game has by far the biggest breadth of weapons out of any of the Souls games that we've had before. And then we get into the DLC, and so many of those weapons become non-viable unless you are just like god tier at dodging or parrying. That's when I start to have some issues with it. That's when I start to say like, okay, yeah, like this is maybe a little much, and it probably shouldn't be this difficult. It's like scale it back a little bit or change the way some of the mechanics work so that more of the builds are viable. Doesn't mean they all have to be even across the board. Doesn't mean that one weapon can't be OP and the other weapon can't be shit. but it's just one of those things where I look at it and I go like, yeah, it wasn't really fun no matter what my build was, unless I did do an extremely like cheesy thing. It felt like the game was just kind of nails on a chalkboard at times. And I say this again as somebody that has beaten it, so. I loved how hard the Elden Ring DLC was. Yeah, and it's like I don't mind difficulty as long as it's something where it's like I can go in. So one of the examples that I'd give you guys is that there was definitely one of the bosses at the bottom of one of the catacombs in the DLC that like if you didn't have certain weapons, you weren't beating it. Like he would literally, due to his gimmick, kill you because some weapons can't AoE cleave. Like that's just the way it is, right? So that's where I start to look at that. I start to say, like, that just wasn't designed well, right? Like, I'm not even going to say it's like, oh, it's too hard. It's just like the gimmicks were problematic for the overall balance of the game. And that I do kind of fault them with. Like, I'm okay with them trying to give us new challenges and stuff like that. I'm okay with them trying to make it hard. But it's like you gotta factor in like, hey, is any other build gonna be able to do this sort of thing? I remember you complaining throughout that very grindy boss. Which very grindy boss was it? Are you talking about the final one? There were a couple of bosses in the DLC that gave me a little bit of pause, but definitely the final boss was the biggest one. Hello, Sparty. How's it going? I think if I remember correctly, I beat it off stream. Like I rammed my head against it for hours on stream, and then like I came back the next morning, completely respec my character into that gimmick build and beat it. Like it wasn't a I can't beat this, it was a this isn't fun and I shouldn't have to do this. Hello Xanath. I am having a good day. I hope everybody else is as well. I've been seeing that Subnautica 2 has been doing really, really good, but I've also seen that I guess as of today there was some drama as people read the end user license agreement for it, and people are beginning to discover that some of these video games have really, really scummy EULAs in them, and that like they're technically trying to entitle themselves to like any sort of streaming or mod creation that you do, and that's never been the case. Like at least to say the community has always viewed that that is not good and that's not something that should be a thing. However, a lot of end user license agreements have stuff like that in it and people don't pay attention to it. And I do think it's a problem. I think while I understand for like legal reasons they maybe need to say some of that stuff, if they actually enforce any of that, it's a problem. Yeah, it's craft on. Hello, Robo. How's it going? And again, thank you, Ash, for the 59, and thank you, Torak, for the 72. I appreciate you guys. You guys know I love you. As an EULA actually held up in court, they're stupidly long and obtuse on purpose. Yeah, and it's funny because I definitely have seen cases where it didn't hold up. Because I know one of the problems that they have with it, like legally, is that a little bit if you know that your users are not in fact reading it, it's difficult to say that they were actually aware. Because when you slap it in as a condition to play the game that they have already purchased, every person's going to say yes without even thinking about it. So it's almost like a little bit of a duress argument on things and saying that like you're effectively holding the game hostage until they agree to these terms, but people don't actually read them. The funders had to try to screw the developer over with legal practice they got from ChatGPT. Yeah, I believe so. And it's interesting because it's like, who drafted the EULA for Subnautica now? Like, was it the actual developers or was it like the parent company from before? I don't know. It's just definitely interesting. What are your thoughts on the next FGO story chapter being written by somebody other than Nasu, and what does it mean for the game's future? Um, it's an interesting thing. I know I've talked about it with a couple people, but like I am simultaneously, just right off the rip, for those of you guys that don't know, Japan's getting a new story chapter here in June, and it's surprising to me. But I did not expect that we would get it in until like after anniversary. I figured it was coming, right? But I figured they wouldn't do anything because I figured they were going to kind of rest on their laurels until the anniversary came around. But so we now already have one coming up in June. They already had the pre-campaign for it, and it's apparently, like you said, not going to be written by Nasu. And this is intriguing to me. That being said, we've had plenty of story chapters that are not written by Nasu. He definitely oversights them, and I still suspect he will be oversighting. I just frankly don't believe that Nasu cannot. It's the way he works. He has to have his hands on everything, just from a quality control standpoint. So I suspect that he'll still at least have like some sort of editorial privilege or something on it, but that yes, it will be written by somebody else. And to be fair, at least since Nasu came in and started exercising his editorial privilege, the game story has been a lot better. So as long as that's still the case, I don't really have a problem with somebody else writing it. I think that's a-okay. If Nasu wants to take a little bit more of a back seat, I don't think that's a problem as long as he's still somewhat involved in the project. But if he's completely hands off, completely uninvolved, I do have a little bit of concerns for the future of the game in that regard, because it's pretty clear at this point that Nasu has been the one that's in charge of everything and has kept the quality high. I worry what will happen to stuff like that if he's not involved in the future. Yeah, other people have in fact written chapters. So it's not like I'd say Nasu probably wrote like 40% of the chapters himself, or wrote parts of chapters, but like the majority of them I think were still handled by other people. Maybe he'll be working on FGO too. I doubt it. It definitely seems like, for better or worse, that Nasu recognizes how good FGO has been as a product, how much it has propelled his revenue capability, his legacy, everything is tied to it. So he doesn't want to get rid of it. He understands it's important. But at the same time, he does want to be free of it. He is shackled to it, and he feels like he can't do other things. So I get it. As a creator, as somebody that wants to go off and do his own stuff, he just feels like he doesn't have the time to do it. And it's overwhelming to him. So I understand it. However, he has built all of this himself. He only really has himself to blame. And yeah, unfortunately, I hate to say it, if he does try to go off on other products, like let's take for example Tsukihime, and I'm about to anger some Tsukihime fans, so I apologize in advance. But Tsukihime was a Type Moon product that existed prior to Fate being invented. Tsukihime is great, absolutely fantastic, and it's what enabled him to create Fate. But Tsukihime is far less popular than Fate is. There are far fewer people, and we're talking orders of magnitude less popular, okay? I'm not saying that that means that Tsukihime is bad or judging it harshly in any way. Simply looking at this objectively and looking at this kind of from outside the box. Obviously, this is like the equivalent of George Lucas, instead of making more Star Wars, saying, I want to go and make one of my like cult classic films. And it's like, can he make it? Yes. Is it going to make money? Probably. Is it going to make as much money as a new Star Wars movie would? Fuck no. Like, it's difficult, right? Whenever you have an IP that's as popular as Fate, you're not going to outdo it at that point. So it becomes a little bit of a problem. And I understand why he wants to go work, and I understand why he wants to complete it. I do think he should have the time to do that. But I also think that if he gives up on Fate, if he doesn't continue to like have a hand in it, that would be a colossal mistake on his part. Like, he would basically be kind of cutting himself off at the knees. And well, yes, he can come out with a new thing. Well, yes, it can be profitable and it can work. Like, he can come out with the part 2 of Tsukihime and it will make him some money. It's gonna kind of come at a cost. It's always going to have a trade-off, and that just is the way it is. Um, so there's definitely, like, for me at least as a big Fate fan, there's some amount of remorse if he truly goes that way. But I don't think he will. I truly believe that he understands how important FGO is and Fate in general. Um, and I don't think he hates it. I don't think he hates Fate. I think it's the thing that he hates is overwork, and he hates being shackled to things and feeling restricted, like he can't do what he wants to do. So that's where when I look at it, I say, like, okay, it is what it is, right? Like, he's just going to have to, uh, again, like, figure out what he wants for himself and what he's gonna do. And yeah, I kind of agree with White. Like, at this point, I think everybody has to come to grips with this. I looked at part two as what it was. I held out hope that they were going to immediately continue right off the bat strong, but they really didn't. And I'm just being honest with you guys. They've done some good stuff since part two ended, and I will give them credit for that. But at the same time, they haven't. At the same time, they definitely took some breaks here and there and tried to kind of phone it in a little bit. So while I am impressed and I do think they gave more effort than I thought they were going to give, they still haven't been firing on all cylinders. It's pretty clear that they did take that break that they were talking about. And I look at that and I say, like, okay, it is what it is. I love FGO. I'm not going to stop playing it. But at the same time, like, for me as a content creator, there's not nearly as much to cover on it. And so I've kind of had to reevaluate how I want to be as a content creator. Plus, as you guys know, I have life-changing things that are happening for me right now. I have met a girl, and the relationship's going great, and she's moving in with me soon. And so my life is changing in that regard, and I'm going to get busier on that end. But it doesn't mean that I've lost my passion or my desire for this stuff. It just means that my priorities have shifted. And similarly, I can see that a lot of other players' priorities have shifted since part two ended. I definitely feel that the community has hit more of a, like, idle phase where, yes, there's a ton of people that are still involved with it, but it's less of a day-to-day thing. The most active community that I see in earnest for FGO right now currently is Twitter. And that's just because that's the way Twitter works. They have to keep going or they lose their following. In the same way, it's like my follower count on Twitter has dwindled. Why? Because I'm just not posting nearly as often. Because when I do post, it's not necessarily FGO anymore. So that then causes some problems. But to be fair, this has always been a problem I think that the FGO community in general's had. I've never really liked it. I've never really enjoyed this aspect of it. Is the whole social media portion of the community is god awful at times, and it makes it really, really difficult to try to succeed as a content creator and to try to do anything. You feel like you're constantly part of some sort of, like, constantly part of some sort of like test where, like, everyone's trying to suss you out as to whether or not you're truly a Fate fan or not. And I think that's stupid. I think everybody gets in dick measuring contests. Everybody's trying to like out each other and stuff, and it's not fun. I'd rather just be passionate about the IP. Same thing, I've talked to you guys at length about, like, people spoiling stuff and how some members of the community just don't seem to care. They don't care that they're actually being a negative impact on the community overall. They just want their, 15 minutes of fame. They want their attention from people that do know things already, and that's all it is. So it sucks, but it's why, to a little bit of a degree, I'm kind of at peace with it now. I'm just at this point that I'm like, I don't need it. I'm able to move on from it and be happy. And it's also why, like, I know I'm not streaming as much lately. I know my coverage isn't as good lately. Like, for instance, I'm not making any YouTube videos right now. That has a lot to do with my current editor situation. It also has a lot to do with my time and the amount of time and effort I can put in it at the current point in time. I do expect as like, like post move and stuff, I'll be able to like refocus my efforts a little bit, but I don't know that I'll ever get back to the way I used to be. That being said, I'm still extremely grateful that those of you guys, like, you still come to stream, you still watch me, you still sub to me. It does mean the world to me. It does make me feel like there's a reason to keep going. And it makes me proud, honestly, of the community that I've built and that you guys are still here. But it is what it is. I think, there's a season for everything, and all good things must come to an end. I'm not saying FGO is ending, but I am saying, like, I don't see FGO ever reaching the zenith that it once did. I don't see it ever getting back to that point. If they wanted to get back to that point, the time to do it was now, and they didn't do that. They did take a, as they called it, well-earned break. And I'm not going to say they don't deserve a break, but I am going to say in the business world, when you do stuff like that, there is a consequence to it. Like, you're naturally not firing on all cylinders when your competitors are. They're growing, you're slipping. So it is what it is. It doesn't mean that the game's not making money. It doesn't mean that it's going to get shut down anytime soon. It's not. But it does mean that FGO is not going to be a juggernaut probably for much longer. And that sucks. I love the game. I hope that it is that way in the future. I hope that I'm wrong. But I don't see it. So we'll see. I'm still excited for, upcoming stories. I'm still excited for the future of the game, but I'm excited as someone that's already a fan. And I think over time we lose more fans and we don't onboard nearly as many. And that is a major problem that is the developer's fault. That's not my fault. That's not your fault. That is the developer's fault. They haven't done what they've needed to do to modernize the game or to keep it at pace with some of its bigger competitors. It doesn't mean it has to be like every other game that's out there, but let's be honest, FGO has milked itself for years. It has sat there and like kind of just given you the same sort of setup over and over and over again. Sure, the story is different. Sure, it's interesting and the characters are great. But I'll be honest, as much as I like the gameplay does get repetitive at points. It doesn't mean I stop playing it or anything like that, but I can easily see how for someone that is not as big of a fan as I am, or as big a fan as some of you guys are, that they just don't want to continue to play the game. And they move off to yet another gacha game. This is something I've observed over many years of covering FGO and just playing other gacha games in general. There is always the face roll of the month. There is always the new gacha game out there that's going to attract people. And it is what it is. And I'll be honest with you, the only gacha games I hear about right now are like Neverness to Everness. And I forget what the other one is off the top of my head. But like literally, it's always the newest ones. I don't even Uma, I don't hear about Uma ever anymore. It's already like kind of come and gone. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have a community and that's not a successful game. It is. It's just like it's already faded from the like cultural zeitgeist in the sense of like it's not the new hip thing. And so the horde, the masses of people that just bounce from every gacha game, they've already moved on. And that's just the way it'll be. It's going to keep being this way in the gacha sphere. And every gacha game will carve out more and more people. And I do believe this. I predicted this actually a couple of years ago, but I'm going to re-up this prediction that I do believe that the gacha industry is reaching its sort of like postmodern phase. It's reaching this this phase where like almost how the MMO industry did, where I think you're going to start seeing less of them get made. Because there's tons of players that are playing the newest gacha games. There's tons of players that are playing the old veteran gacha games. But usually, like for instance, how do you convert someone like me that plays FGO and only cares about FGO to play another gacha game? You're going to have to come up with another gacha game that's interesting to me. And odds are, my priorities have shifted over the years in the same way that everyone does. Because these games are inherently predatory. They make people spend money on them, and they're not good in that regard. So I think naturally the system will age itself out. And we've already started to see as if we look at gacha games as a whole, people are beginning to expect more out of a gacha game. They're beginning to expect better sort of quality of life. They're beginning to expect better monetization as well. And this definitely tracks as we're seeing over time other games just kind of fall by the wayside because they either just can't keep up with some of the juggernauts of the industry, or quite literally they are not as, beneficial or as generous as the newest gotcha game on the market is. And that's definitely an interesting thing to denote. But I have seen this now as like, again, if we look at Neverness to Everness, chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't it like you don't roll for characters in Neverness to Everness? You roll for like cosmetics instead. So it's like I'm beginning to see that like we're shifting more towards a cosmetic based gotcha system in a lot of these games. And that does mean that it's going to become harder and harder to actually monetize characters. Because, well, yes, they can still make money off of cosmetics, it's not nearly as essential as a character will be. And therefore, you're going to end up in a scenario where people are going to become less tolerant towards having to roll for a character. They're going to become more like, why don't you do it like this? Why can't you guys monetize like that game? And it's really a zero-sum game. It's each game competing against itself to see how much money they can. It's basically like being a loss leader. It's trying to undercut your competition and saying, okay, we'll make less money as long as we get more players than you. And that's what you're going to see. And I do think the gacha industry is headed that direction. So we'll have to see how things go. But I do believe that the gacha industry is aging. I believe that it is headed more towards the path of MMOs, where eventually you're going to consolidate to a handful of really popular ones. And you're going to start to see people just say, like, you know what, it's not really worth it. Like, even games like Crimson Desert were originally supposed to be like some big MMO or some big gacha game. And you see as they're now just converting them to single player experiences because they realize it's like, wait, let's just get our money up front. Let's not worry about supporting this game infinitely. And let's just move on and pump out the next game. Even to a degree, if you were to look at like MiHoYo, that's exactly what they're doing. They farm people for about 3 to 4 years, and then they already have a new game. And it's funny because I've noticed like a lot of people don't notice that, or they're like kind of in denial about it, but it's the truth. It doesn't mean that like they stop doing anything with the old games. It just means that like they fully understand that the life cycle of a game is only those couple of years, and then people are already looking for something new. So their hope is that they can at least retain like 50% of the populace or even 10% of the populace for enough time to sustain them and fund their next project. Yeah, if Stop Killing Games continues to go through, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens to Gotcha games. That being said, I don't think Gotcha's going to have a rough time with it because Gotcha games are free. So instead, the argument's going to be like that you own the character. And I think everybody's always been under the impression that you, in fact, do not. It's different than purchasing a game, which you view as a product. And instead, them saying, no, it's a license to play the product that we can revoke at any time. And that is one of the big fights currently that you see with any sort of game preservation or stop killing games. But yeah, I'll be really curious to see. I'm not going to say there's not going to be good gotcha games coming out. I'm not going to say that they're not going to be popular, and I'm not going to say that they're not going to make money. I do think that'll be the case. But I do see it in probably the next like 5 to 10 years that the gotcha industry is going to start aging itself pretty rapidly due to this sort of zero-sum competition that they're kind of having at this point. They would have to go full-fledged game. Yeah. Crap. Crap. I may lose my MHX here, so we're just gonna go with it. Okay, I forgot. I can't go triple buster. This one's weird. You have to like do non-chain attacks in order to create a death resistance. And usually I can do that by using both MHX and whoever I took on support, but I can't do it here because I got no MHX cards. I want access to my PNGs or a refund. I mean, it is what it is. I like, and this is something I have said before. It's like at least with like statues and stuff, nobody can take that from you. You have that, right? So at least like I'll have statues and stuff to be able to remember my time in the game. But if FGO shuts down someday and has no offline mode, what would I do? I don't know, right? Like that is kind of the problem that you run into. My night's going pretty good. Something nice about finishing a game and moving to the next cool game. Yeah, I definitely like it. I having been a lot more variety here the past couple months, it's definitely fun. I'm actually getting a lot more offers too from developers since I've kind of toned down some of the aspects of the channel and switched to more variety. I'm getting a lot more like key offers compared to what I used to get. And it's sad because it definitely feels like I was being sort of like typecasted a little bit. Like I used to only get offers for like mobile games and stuff, and that shit just annoyed the crap out of me. Because a lot of the mobile games you'll get offers for are just like nobody wants to play these things, man. I just bring Cetheno to NP since it just removes the guts. I also have that on my backline if I need it, but it's fine. I literally just pop Cetheno because Cetheno's actually just a really good buffer in general for this. Actually, I shouldn't have done that first, but whatever. I do like that at least like when you come back to these when they put them on rotation again, that you actually get like you actually get your same comp that you used back then. So I don't have to remember what I did. It's already what I did. Which is really nice. It's sad because they realized you were not really a Florida man, so they approved you, obviously. But I am a Florida man. What do you mean? We add new art design to the channel eventually. Yes, I that is something I would like to do. Again, I can't emphasize enough, guys. I just have not had the time. Like that's it, the little bit of free time that I do get. I usually spend like relaxing and doing like I don't know, maybe like a video game or something on the side. But I definitely gotta get to that point. Work has been a primary problem for that. It's definitely something where like when work is being rough, it's difficult to like convince myself to do anything else. And it has been a long stretch of roughness here. But yeah, I do plan on I'm gonna say like helping the branding of the channel. We're gonna do that. That's a non-specific chain, and it's both arts cards. So at least I can get some refund on MHX if I need. I still really like her animations. Ah, no crit. Ooh, got him still. Nice. This is the other problem. I have noticed people don't have their 120s up anymore, and it's kind of sad. It's either that or they're just not logging in. I think toning down has really helped you out. It has. And there's nothing to say that, like, I can't still be that way on my own. But it is what it is. I don't know what my stereotype is. I guess, does anyone want avocado toast? Maybe. Hey, Payday, how's it going? Any predictions on what this year's summer theme will be? I have no idea. Like, to be fair, I feel like FGO has gotten more and more difficult to predict. I can't afford a new device and that may not be able to by then, but God, I will play until I can't. Sorry to hear that, Russian. Yeah, like it's I definitely noticed that I think like the minimum recommended spec now is Unity 11, which is kind of sad. I actually do feel like that's going to probably age some people out of the game because they're just not going to want to update. Sorry, did I say Unity? It's Unity 6, but it's a iPhone 11. And it's just, I don't know. I get why they need to modernize. I get why they need to upgrade if they want, like, to bring in new people. Like maybe they do engine upgrades and maybe they modernize the gameplay more, and that would be amazing. That would lend itself to more of a future for FGO. But I don't know. I don't know. This is the old jaded content creator that's covered Type Moon and covered the Lightworks and now Lasingle for years. I don't have faith in them to do something like that because they've never done something like that. And usually any big major change has come with problems and delays. So I'm not going to say they won't. I just don't have faith that they will. It's always been unpredictable. It has. Hello, 44th. This year, surely, yeah. I would love to see Summer Cuckoo. Seems like they throw darts at a board too to decide summer servants. Well, let me. Okay, let's glass half full this because I just glass half emptied it. Okay, glass half full. Chat. New engine update comes, expands the capabilities of what they can do. Maybe they are cooking something. Maybe they are going to modernize the game. Maybe they're going to put a new quality of life. Maybe they're going to change the gameplay some. I don't know. That's possible. Stuff like that can help too. I unfortunately feel like this game. So you know how, and I talked about this in VIP a while back, but I figure I'll repeat it here. So when it comes to sports, they say there's no such thing as luck. That luck is basically where preparation and timing meet skill. So essentially, it's just, oh, something, you got a lucky bounce or something like that. It's like, no, you were in position. You knew to be in position there, right? Like, that's what they're talking about when they say that there's no such thing as true luck. Well, in the same way, I also think there's no such thing as bad luck. But ineptitude and lack of preparation and lack of timing creates bad luck. And I hate to say it, chat, but if we look back over FGO's history for years, that holds true. We had the cancellation of the Tokyo Dome in year 5 and the total shit show that was COVID. We had Sakura Wars debacle and some of the developers getting split off on another project and then losing them outright. We've had the switch over to Lasingle and the promise of the removal of red tape, and then somehow the production quality still was pretty slowed down, and actually the degradation of overall production speed. I can't look at this and say, like, oh, this is just bad luck hitting them over and over again. It's not. It's just the way they are. That's just how they prepare themselves. They don't over prepare. They don't make it so that they can land the product on time and as it needs to be delivered ahead of time and stuff like that. They delay install because they have to and because that's what they expect to happen. So because they expect it to happen, it never gets any better. So it's like we hear the stories about them reorganizing Lasingle structurally behind the scenes, and it's like, yeah, you reorganized it in like 2022 and we haven't really seen a production increase from that. So it's more like they're reorganizing to do more with less, as they haven't necessarily hired more bodies to fill the seats. We think they have. We seem to see that, but we don't see the difference. So unless like behind the scenes they have like this whole time been cooking a like an FGO part 2 or some sort of like massive overhaul of the gameplay, I just don't really see it. It's like the product of my experiences has led me to believe that Type Moon will flounder for things like this because it's just how they're run, and because Nasu has to oversight everything, and Nasu can only be in so many places at once. So it's like glass half full, yeah, maybe they are doing something. Glass half empty, it's kind of inevitable that they're not. Or that even if they are, that it's somehow going to come with some catches. The pin situation with Mr. 2 being ready to answer about that. It's not just Type Moon, Cad. I'm aware it's not just Type Moon. I just, look, chat. You can point the finger at who you want. You can point the finger at me. It's not going to change the end outcome. You can say it's not Nasu. You can say it's Aniplex. You can say it's Papa Sony. It doesn't fucking matter. We're the end user. We only see the final product. And the final product, while it has been good, has definitely had its share of delays and problems, right? Like, it is what it is. I'm not trying to, like, get all doomer on you guys and make you guys think that you shouldn't be playing the game. You should be. It's just, I'm trying to, I think, keep you guys' expectations reasonable and grounded so that you don't feel like you're, like, getting your hopes up for a part 2 and then suddenly you're devastated when, like, that just never happens. I wouldn't expect it. If it does, be pleasantly surprised. But don't expect it. That's the safest approach you can have. Just enjoy what you do have. Keep playing the game as much as you want to. And if you don't feel like you're getting much out of it, don't. It's that simple. That's just how life is. The singles manager is mostly Aniplex after all. Yeah, and like I've said this before too, but you know, I have respect for the Aniplex of America staff because I believe that they're hamstrung. But ultimately, at the end of the day, like the marketing for the NA side of things, shit, it's never really had a chance. They should have been going like balls to the wall with strange fake stuff, and I didn't really see it. Maybe you guys did, but it is what it is. JP's gonna be dead until mid-June. I mean, it's dead until they come out with the new story chapter. I'm not gonna say that's dead, right? Like, it is what it is. I say we pull our money together and we buy lasagna like they are doing for Spirit Airlines. I don't know. I have more to worry in my life than FGO 2. Yeah. Is a 3070 graphics card a good budget option? Um, well, there's already like the 5000 series of cards out. Yes, potentially. I think it's really up to you. I think the big problem you're going to still run into is RAM, though. I don't know. Chat would have to tell me if RAM prices have come back down, but to my knowledge, they have not. But there are new players. Oh, I know there's new players. I don't know that there's enough to outpace the atrophy. Granted, I will gladly revise if, you know, I get proven wrong. I just don't know how we prove something like that. I just definitely see the aging out of older players, some of the more like consistent people that have been around for years. New people coming in, sure, that's great, but I think there's definitely going to be turnover, and turnover is always tumultuous. You don't want a turnover if you can. You just want to keep adding. And the way you grow your game is you make your turnover ratio positive. That is to say, you're adding more players than you're losing. What's the June story as a nice waifu? I mean, it could. getting to the age where everything I'm looking at takes me away from really playing FGO at a steady pace. I don't have a problem with it. I will probably have a problem when we start getting to things like lottos, but just day-to-day subsisting FGO has never been a problem for me. But I'm very disciplined. I always have been. I play every single morning. I usually play at some point later in the evening as well. Even if I'm like not on stream, I still play as if it were like. I started playing in January. Nice, Power. Let me know if you have any questions. And again, I do want to state this for anyone that's new out there and anyone that follows me. If I'm on and I'm not on FGO, you can still come ask me FGO questions. Happy to talk. I've always extended that to people because I do know, like, while FGO is more dead, like right now, NA has a rerun, JP has just a grand duel. That's not a lot going on. You're not going to see nearly as many people covering it. They're not going to cover it as much. So it's difficult to like find somebody that you actually want to ask questions for. I do recommend getting on the Discord for stuff like that, but also at the same time, like, yeah, you guys can always come into stream and ask me. I understand the way it. It's keeping the old players that have been around. Yeah. I can't really have my phone out. Yeah, I know what you mean. People on YouTube using a support servant and realizing it's mine. If I had a nickel for every time that's happened, I'd have, well, 15 cents, but hey. Good luck, Power. Start researching everything I can so I know most of what I need to do. Yeah. And again, for something like Trinunas, don't feel bad about using command seals. He is literally one of, if not the hardest fights in the game. Some story quests? Nice. Yeah, I'm sorry that I stopped it. It just was one of those deals of like, I wasn't getting a whole lot out of it, and I was having to run 3 accounts at the time. I already run 2. I run my NA and my JP. That is, while I can handle it, it's still a lot. Running 3 accounts, especially one that's not on my phone, I can't do that. Not long term consistently. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Hey, Fearless has been. How's it hanging? Yeah, I believe we shall do something else tonight. Do you want to play story anymore? No, I'm still going to play story. Okay, I was going to say, is my Steam not loading? I find it hilarious that Steam's doing Ocean Fest right now when Subnautica 2 is peaking. I also saw that, like, several of the, like, key sites for content creators are doing, like, ocean-themed giveaways and stuff, and I'm just like... You do realize that, like, this is 100% a... You're trying to, like, cash in on the Subnautica nostalgia, and it's just not going to work. People are just going to play Subnautica. Speaking of which, though, chat, I'm a little bit half and half on, like, whether or not I want to get Subnautica due to the EULA stuff. It's early access, so I was already kind of just, like, considering other things. Hold on, chat, I gotta, like, type in my ISP address and stuff here, so give me one split second to do all this. It's sad that I know it by heart now. Also, apologies if it's very loud. Have I finished OC2? No, that's still on my to-do list. For a new player, I pulled a copy of Draco. Still have 1.9k St. Courts and 80 tickets. Do you think it's okay to try for a second Draco copy? Or should I just save for space or Reshkagal? Currently, Castoria Waiver and Draco are my SSRs. If Castorian Waiver, you're doing pretty good on the support category. I mean, you can definitely go for another Draco if you want. However, I'm going to tell you, you'll probably get a little bit more out of having a second copy of an AoE as opposed to a single target. That's usually my advice, is go a little bit harder on the farming units and a little bit less hard on the challenge units, because you can usually get stuff done with just normal challenge units. Okay, chat. Kill song request because it's just a little bit loud. So we have kind of moved our base here to Sipta. This is one of the sort of how do I put it, like DLC areas, and it's not what you guys are used to seeing with Conan. It's a lot more scenic in that regard. So we're way the heck off in this big old lake here in the redwood forest, and everything looks amazing. Is bond overflow coming to an A? I don't believe that's until anniversary at least, and I'd have to double check that. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Hey, do you think Quick still needs another meta support? I don't know. I do think they could use somebody for a little bit more like survivability or sustain, but otherwise they're pretty darn good now after Summer Tiamat. My opinion has definitely shifted in that regard, and I believe that they are doing a whole lot better. Okay, what was I doing? So I was in the process of still shifting stuff over. Gotta find my alchemy bench, wherever the heck I put it. Oh, yeah, it's in here in the corner. I'm gonna squash the black bear trophy because I don't need it. I don't know if I can squash a scorpion egg. I can't. I also have things like shield frames and stuff. Did I ever build an armorer's bench? Yes, but that's the improved one. Technically, you need the shitty one, but I digress. Throw that in there. Actually, go ahead and throw that on there too. I really need to get rid of some of this Highland Berry pulp. Where is my fluid press? Right here. I just have so freaking much of it. It's actually really good for cooling you down in places like the desert and stuff, but I truly don't need it. The steel warhammer can be thrown in. Two-handed steel great axe can be thrown in. I still need the steel repair hammer and the steel... actually, I don't need the steel sickle. I have some really, really nice loot in game now. So we only have to move a couple more things over. We can start building the base in earnest. Is it feeling a little laggy to you guys? I don't know if this is gonna kill the game. Yes? Okay. It feels it to me. It feels a little choppy. I'm not sure why. Let me double check to make sure Steam's not downloading. It's not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's because I had like a Twitter video playing on the side, which I wasn't even tabbed into, so far be it from me to understand. Yeah, there's not a lot of people on tonight, so we'll probably just chill here and kind of do a little bit of a like building and resource allocation stream. As you can see, I've almost completely cleared out the actual base. I might leave that there. I definitely need to build another one of these on the other side. Okay, chat, we're about to do a big dumb. What do I mean? Well, I am transporting... Uh-oh. Am I physically full on inventory slots? Oh no! Ah, that's not good. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back for that. I forgot that's a thing. Looks like it's chugging a bit. It feels like it. Though, to be fair, that sort of thing is just a natural phenomenon. So I respect my, like, building spec. I'm no longer the insane pack mule spec. I can't just carry everything. Also, for those of you guys that haven't seen Conan, in a hot second if you haven't paid attention to the stream, I have been playing the new Conan update. It is updated to Unreal 5. And while, yes, that comes with some Unreal 5 jank, it is still moddable, and it is still beautiful looking now. Like, the visuals, as you guys can see, are a lot better. Everything is dynamic lighting. If my character looks a little pasty right now, that's because she's corrupted. Don't worry about that. Got to install SIP to be right back. No, Ash. Stay out of my home. But does the horse still live? Yeah, he's up there, nestling in the trees. Yeah, I'm just over encumbered. I'm halfway corrupted, so I don't have really anything to do. Are we not permitted to traverse? You can. I'm just joking. And let me get some stamina. And what I think I'm gonna do. Plug a bunch of this shit in. Actually, probably get this stuff cranking. Huh? What? Huh? Huh? Why does it keep going to the bottom? Yeah, I have so much coal, it's hilarious. Go ahead and put that other stack in there. I guess I'll go ahead and put a stack in here. Oh yeah, heavy paddings might not be the best. The fact that, like, just a stack of them is heavier than, like, anything else I can hold is kinda ridiculous. Not gonna lie. Yes, game definitely feels like it's chugging. Alright, chat, I'm gonna try closing this. I have no idea what it's gonna do. Though, to be fair, some of this is the lighting. It's the dynamic light. Oh my god, my character looks ugly. Don't look at my character, chat. I also got some dragon bone. That'll be used on the blacksmith. I'm just trying to get everything where it needs to go. But now you can actually, like, craft and stuff from your inventory, which is way, way nicer. Actually, I don't need wolf pelt on there. Wolf pelt can go here. I was just gonna throw the other one here. Fuck it, throw all the hide there. I don't care. Tell him to start moving. A lot of this gear goes on that one chest down below, but we need to fit the demon blood somewhere. Probably either on the alchemist bench or here. This takes demon blood. Can I fit you here? Everybody says yes. Yeah, things like parts for that are a little bit problematic. These are just spares, basically, that I kept because they're decent quality gear. Parts. Probably don't need that hardened steel pick. Probably don't need a lot of this. Throw that in there. I'm gonna throw that in there. For the layered silk, hardened leather, normal silk in here. The feathers and the wood need to come on to the carpenter table. It's a raised in price. I missed the sale. Damn, that was a short sale then. That's all good though. That just means, Ash, you'll have to turn your base into the base for that world. But I just figured I'd play a little bit in SIPTA this time since I haven't really ever. Put the insulated wood in here. I truthishly need a compost heap. Huh. Weird looking storage container. Treasure chest. Actually works? Did I not get the box maker knowledge? Ha! I did not. Okay. Oh, please don't tell me I can... It's really only for skinning stuff. That's so ass. I was unaware that that was a thing. Actually, what's in the bazaar right now? Ooh, the Zamoran Lotus Den. Which has nothing that I actually want unless I want to get the hookah. I love the Poitan Knight armor. Great looking. None shall pass. Yeah, you guys can see I own most of the DLC for Conan. It's one of the reasons that I like it. Foraging, mining, skinning, wood cutting. Yeah, I was unaware that this was a thing. If that's the case, then multiple... Zengaran. Yes. Good. Do the trick. Means I don't need to learn box. That saves me some knowledge points. Get out all of this putrid meat. I don't care. At this point, I'm just storing shit. Just to store it. Don't want it in my inventory. So there, now I can move quickly. I should have put the weathered skull and the radium gems in there. But I got greedy. I wanted to smash that. 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 You can see this is basically just random storage for me at this point. I do have a star metal pick as well. The rhino hide needs to come over here. I basically put any rare hides over in this place just so that I don't have to deal with it. But now we need to head back because I need to try and grab that that thing. Found it on a smaller scale. Will return once it's updated. Need to verify files too. Oh, good. You are not over encumbered. Well, at least now I'm not. Oh, almost fell down. Yeah, the skybox is still beautiful, and SIPTA actually has a little bit of a different one. You can see it does turn. It has almost a galaxy in there. Oh no! It degraded, it's gone. I have no idea what was in it. That's so sad. Well, at least it wasn't the brimstone and stuff. I like how I removed one box and I'm over encumbered. I will leave the generic campfire here. I will also leave my fiber bedroll here. Fire silver. Like, I'm not gonna completely dismantle this shit. I'm just taking some of the finer creature comforts. Still gonna leave the stable over here. Still gonna leave the teleport stone here. I'll even leave the Wheel of Pain here, just in case. Granted, I don't believe it has a Taskmaster on it. I'll leave the dancer here just so people can get cleansed as they're here. But this is pretty much my last trip, so this is good. Now we're going to be able to actually start focusing on the base proper. There, Arch. The good point is the Zingaran, chests actually have more that you can store in them, so that's kind of a almost pay-to-win aspect in the sense of I don't ever need to unlock Box Maker other than for the journey for it. I don't know why it's saying place or access a grinder. I guess I haven't done that in a hot second. But I also figure we'll work in some Forza. We'll see. Maybe I'll buy Subnautica, or maybe we go back to something like Crimson Desert. I'm also still not max level. I'm level 58, but I expect to be max level in this stream because I'm sure I'm going to have to gather for things. Go. Fine silver. Beans. Oh. I have a Mitra High Priest in my pocket. Why it wouldn't do that. Apparently have even more iron. How ironic. That Mitra High Priest is gonna weigh me down no matter what I do. Put the bricks in here. Brimstone in here. Wood in here. Bare ironstone. Like, when you start seeing just how much you can actually store in one of these, yet now the storage chest is over encumbered. A little bit you can just store whatever. I'm actually surprised I'm still over encumbered. Gotta be all of these golem parts. It's gorgeous out here. It feels like I'm on indoor. Okay, let me... this over to the alchemist. That in there. Now I'm free and can run. The fur on here. The bone in the grinder. I'm going to move you onto here, and I'm going to tell you to start cooking, baby. Or not. I guess this acts as a stove. I didn't realize the Vonnier hearth acted as a stove. That's kind of broken OP. table. Thorgar's crest, I believe, is a quest item. Everything in there, let it get squished. If those two things matter. Throw this in the grinder. Yeah, there you go. Whoops. Can't grind that. That and the deconstructor. Glass flasks probably need to go in the sorcery station. I don't really have any other place for them at the moment. Same thing with sorcerer's spell pages. Failed spell pages. I do not care about dead sorcerer's maps. There's certain items like this where it's like I'm legitimately I don't know why I can't just beat them. Be disassembled. They're like key items. I guess the developer's like, no, you have to read this at the beginning of the game. Can't lose it. Craft mini. Okay. I guess I'll eat some salted jerky. Throw in some exotic flesh there. You know how chat loves their exotic flesh. We're gonna throw in the fangs into the grinder, let that create some bone meal. I don't need these falcatas. Hilarious because I got them at the very beginning of the game and they were stupidly OP. It's a full star metal pick? Yeah, then I absolutely don't need a hardened steel pick, but we will see. I felt like I was coming in here to disassemble something. This is the problem. I get paralyzed with there being too much crap in my inventory. I'm gonna throw in the decorative items like that. Don't want the devolved spider chunk. Okay. Now, my treasure is still back over there, but it is what it is. However, now that all of my building stuff is over here, we should be able to start building things. So I'm thinking a nice Argosian place. So this is what the Argosian building pieces look like. Adding a bit of flair here. I am missing steel reinforcement. Okay. So, that's fine. I'm gonna need them to make steel reinforcements, but one of the things I think we need to do... I need steel fire. Okay. So, I need you making steel fire. Give me about 200. Oh, interesting. It looks like it's bugging out because it keeps trying to update. What? Huh? Like every time a steel fire is crafted, it's trying to update the integer value. That's gonna be a little buggy. But one of the things we're going to need to do now is we're going to have to start crafting our new, like, end-game crafting station. I don't have a whole lot of room here. I think it's the Garrison's blacksmith bench is the one I want. Let me open up the Conan wiki because I usually check it. What? I forgot. Hold on, chat. Okay, that logged me in. Garrison. Blacksmith. Yeah, so it has, it's not as fast of a crafter, but it's a 50% cost reduction. So while you want these things online, it's literally going to allow you to make stuff cheaper. And since we're going to need a metric crap ton of steel reinforcements, I'm going to say craft mini, craft 53. Then I'm also going to need some insulated wood. Say okay, that should get me that. Come back over here. The good news is, again, being able to craft out of your inventory and workbench is now so much nicer. I'm gonna need hardened bricks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That could complicate things. Throw that in. Let us start doing that. I'm gonna need some stone consolidant. Means craft many. Craft as many as you dare. We're gonna do. Good news is stone consolidant makes a batch of 5 each. We're gonna do. I'm gonna slop that in there so that it'll start making bricks the second it's done. You can see that's already enough for 75. Can't see me in BC observe every. Okay, well, what if we instead went down to VC3?
Low floor.
Hello, Northern Man.
Northern man.
Yeah.
Might as well call me Eastman.
Kanye.
No. Associate me with that.
Chat, this is Mr. Assure Mirror. If you guys haven't seen him before, you still haven't seen him. You've only heard him.
I was about to say they have never seen me.
That's already doing its thing. Why do I have so much plant fiber in there? I'm gonna throw this down on one of the storage chests. So, literally, you're gonna use storage chests at this point for more of a, like, in-between of, like, hey, you're not sure what workstation to throw something on? Put it in a storage chest, and then the workstation can pull from it. Really nice in that regard. The only thing that I've seen is your smelters will not be able to do that.
Dipda?
Dipda?
Dipda.
Dipda.
Sipda.
Yeah.
Who hired you to name these?
Me. The foremost authority on naming things.
Yo. This isn't.
It is. It looks a lot better now after the update. Apparently Sipta's the one that, like, actually got, like, the glow up. Oh, I need hardened steel bars? Disgusting. Who would do such a thing? I'm gonna go pull my dancer over though, because I'm just sick and tired of, like, having corruption. Be up here just belly dancing on the cliff, providing no benefit.
So you put the teleporter here, but then the base is way over there.
Yes. I didn't want the teleporter to have to be moved 20 times and me just sit there waste brimstone and sacrifices in an area that doesn't have thralls. Yeah. Sit there and dance. Thank you, gorgeous. Okay. How are we coming? I think we're a little bit short, which is ironic. So, we're going to focus on getting our crafting stations upgraded. Why? Because we kind of have to. I'm gonna move the grinder down into the basement because it's not a high use item. Same thing with the Vonnier hearth. It's currently in use as the baker just stands here staring into it like a dumbass. Yeah? Yeah, Mr. Baker? Go stand in the water. Asshole. Now I'm moving the hearth.
So what do you have out? Don't, or what do you need out there that you don't?
Nothing. I waited. I was patient. Oh, this is gonna overload my inventory. that you're seeing that, right? Like, I'm not...
Hello, 3 Skull. There's so much lush open.
Mm-hmm. That's the benefit of SIPTA, is it's wide open. Downside is it's wide open. Bro. Okay, Alchemist. I need you to exist elsewhere. Go in the hole. Thank you.
Oh no, bad rhino.
Not currently in use. Alchemist. Alchemist. I swear to God, Alchemist. I promise you, chat, this is a skill issue. This is not a game issue. Starters. Nope. Look at that. You're stuck. You not get nothing. Now you stand there. What do you mean it's currently...
You don't have the power.
We're solving this issue. Modern problems require modern solutions, chat. You can't work the station if you're busy following me. And what's stupid is, that whole time, it fits. Okay. There. I guess what's stupid is I also could have just dumped all of the shit in there to begin with. But now we have 50% reduction to creating our steel reinforcements. So now, every time I need steel reinforcement, it's cheaper. That's why we do it. And I'm going to craft many.
Oh, hello, Silverback.
Why so many branches?
Found you. I found you.
Can't have found me. The base is secret and hidden.
I found you.
Yeah. How could you find me?
Came over. Found.
Yeah. How?
I came over here and ran through the jungle.
Yeah? Oh, shit. What did I do with the Vonnier Hearth? Why do I have so much twine? Fine. Get on the armor bench. You're needed. That's... Oh, thank God. I can move again. Okay. Next thing's next. You know what I could use, Ash? I could use a smelter 3 or a main smelter.
You got truncheons for me to go get this guy?
I have truncheons for me to go get this guy.
Yeah. Hi.
Dado, thank you for the resub. Appreciate it. How are you doing tonight? I got my brick. But I don't know what I'm
Came
doing
here
with
with
my brick.
came in here with bare minimum, so it's like, okay, if I die, I'm gonna just spawn and try again with a horse. But yeah, I don't have anything.
Well, go back. Truncheon. It's easy. Teleport. Their base is literally still just as close to mine as it was.
Oh, but you know what? You know what's crazy? You see that teleporter right there?
Yeah.
I didn't take this one because I didn't know what this one was. I took the Sifta one and then ran all the way here.
Why wouldn't you just realize every teleporter is safe by nature?
Sure, but I didn't know what Red Dawn, like, thingamajig was, so I don't know.
Missed me.
P&P.
That's right. I have given into the lake. Yeah, so I just got the garrison bench built. I'm gonna focus on trying to get one of the improved... Is it the heat efficient furnace or the fuel efficient furnace? I think it's the heat efficient. I think heat efficient makes it take less.
Takes less coal out when you make stuff, but I think it's just like slightly higher production. Fuel efficient burns more coal, but produces item I think twice as fast.
Heat efficient produces it twice as fast. Fuel efficient is... The coal is not used as much, which who the fuck cares about coal? So... It is the epitome of like, yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Alright, but now the question is,
Banana.
what's your
Down below in the muck.
in the muck?
Yep. It's a muck. Tell the smelter to follow me. Anyways, yes, I could use another smelter. That is one of the few things that I could actually use if you want to go check the, like, Vonnier stuff.
Have steel truncheon knowledge, or do you have iron?
I can give you my steel truncheon.
No, don't give me yours. If I die, then it's fucked.
Yeah, I mean, I can craft it. Cable. Truncheon. Okay, it's there, but hold on. Let me get you the blunted fitting. Okay. Oh, you need a shield? Here. Take what I just dropped. Put the blunted fitting on your thing. Yeah, I just have star metal shields lying around. It's kind of fucking hilarious. Anyway. Okay, now we stop this one. And we remove the furnace. And then we put everything in this.
Livonia or Camden relativity, probably north.
On this place? I have no idea. I was telling you to go back to to the other one.
Oh, you wanted a smelter, right?
Yep. Because you at least know where they are there.
What, Red Rock, Dawn, something like that, right?
Yeah, Redwood Redemption.
What's wrong with your naming process?
What do you mean? I live in the Redwoods. There is nothing wrong with my naming process. Okay, so now I have more efficient stuff there. I probably need the carpenter if I can do it. Okay, so there's precision and trade, and I think it's precision is what I want. Yes, that's the cost. That's the 50% cost reduction. But the reason I'm going for cost reductions is just making my resources stretch further. As opposed to faster. Okay, so I need 200 insulated wood. Gonna get that going. I need more steel reinforcements. Which means that I need more steel fire.
These just random draws left behind over here for you.
What, the ones that are there?
Yeah.
Or the ones that I left back at my old base?
Old base.
Yeah, you can definitely use the ones at the old base. I think the only thing I haven't brought over from the old base is the stables and the treasure. I'm just not gonna move the treasure for right now because I don't know where I want it. I'll figure that out in a minute.
Aim smelter or Speaker 3.
Yep. Basically 3 or 4. Because I already have a 2. Oh my god, I am lagging like crazy. My character's like going all topsy-turvy. Wonder if it's like the server computer's doing something. Don't know. Definitely gonna start to have spacing issues though. Oh, dude, this lag is unbearable. I wonder if it's because you're on the other, like, thing doing stuff. That's absurd if that's the case.
I doubt it. I'm not even moving. I'm literally just gathering resources and putting stuff down so I can go make the trip to the smelter.
I'm looking like my Steam isn't downloading anything. Yeah, it doesn't appear to be anything with my stream rig. What's up, CG? Yeah, even the stream computer's doing fine. I don't know. This is just odd. Very laggy at the moment. wonder if it just can't handle players playing across worlds. That's very sad if that's the case.
That's a deep assumption for now. We don't really know for certain.
We don't, but considering there was no lag before and there's nothing on my end that seems to be causing server lag, it's seemingly the only thing it could be. That are just the server struggling for some arbitrary reason. Oh. It crashed.
Okay, so that might be client side, maybe not server.
Maybe. I mean, were you having any lag?
No.
Ah, interesting. Wonder. Yeah. Like, to be fair, ever since I booted it up, it had been a little jittery. And I don't know why. Like, my computer's acting all fucky.
Oh, you know what it could be? See if you're if you have your software.
My what?
Your drivers or your software.
Yeah, I have all my drivers.
Nothing's done out of your software, right?
No. Believe me, I check all of that. Now what I will do is I will just close down Vanguard. Oh no! Things that depend on it may stop working. Yeah, too bad. Close down the right client. Close down EA because nobody needs that. So maybe one of them was downloading? I don't know. Because it certainly wasn't Steam. It could have also been like Windows was downloading something in the background, right?
That's highly likely.
I freaking hate when Windows does crap like that. The load times are so much better now, I've noticed. Like, I load into the game like, boom. So it tells me it's like, that's my computer being fast as opposed to before, that was the engine bottlenecking me. Oh, there we go. Gained a level just from crafting. One more level to go. Have you hit max level yet, Ash?
So, I am currently 29, about to be.
Oh, damn. Okay, you're a lot lower than I thought. No, I figured everybody had probably hit max level since I hadn't been on.
I kept it real cool about that, because I definitely would have overgrown.
It is what it is. I do think that's smart. It's like, play when your friends are playing, don't play when your friends aren't playing. That's as far as I'm concerned, that's basically the best way to play games. Okay, so that's making a shit ton of consolidant. Jack that shit in here. Burn, baby, burn. Give me consolidant. Do what must be done. I require a shrubbery. Okay, wow, that's just shitting out hardened bricks. I love it. Okay. Now I have a more efficient carpentry table. And really, with the smelter, the blacksmith, and the carpenter's bench, you're pretty much at, like, capacity. Probably the last thing needed would be an alchemist bench. And I don't know if I can do that until 60. I'll have to double check. If I can, I will do it now. If I can't, it is what it is. Yeah. Oh, sweet. I already can. So the alchemy ones are kind of weird. I believe there's 3 different ones. So there is the precision alchemist bench. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, that's the bench. There's precision fireball cauldron and the giant's fireball cauldron. Giant's just huge crafting speed. Excellent for making just a shit ton of things like stone consolidant if you need it. But realistically speaking, we're going to go with precision for, again, the cost reduction. Because I don't like having to gather too much, so that's what we'll go with. So I need hardened steel bars. That's going to be a little bit more annoying. Alchemical base is annoying. And 100 insulated wood. At least I can get started on the insulated wood. Let that start cranking. Definitely going to run out of resin here, so if you're going to need something to do after shopping around for a smelter, Ash, feel free to start chopping wood. But chop wood with something that'll get you resin. And if you need something, I can give you a pickaxe.
Currently getting jumped.
Getting jumped?
Jumped right now.
Been far?
I've seen more.
Want to be more like?
Oh, now. Oh, smelter 2.
Yeah, smelter 2 is unfortunately not what we need. How did I make hardens? It's definitely steel, but then it's something else.
Steel and, I want to say brimstone.
Black ice.
Or black ice. Yeah.
That means Daddy gotta find some black ice.
Never want to say that sentence.
And that means a cursed berserker come with me. That means Delenzia Thought Hunter come with me. That means more ghoul for the ghoul god. Oh, you just happen to have 1,000 stone in you. There we go. I require a brickery. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, black ice is actually easier to get on Sipta. Because I believe there's some around the middle. Like, for instance, this lake has brimstone at it. I don't know if you noticed that, Ash.
I have not. I'm currently being attacked by a sorcerer 2. 3. Be a sorcerer 3.
Nope. I have a name. You know, what would have been smart of me? Bringing my horse. I also have aloe right here in like spades. So it's like I just have free brimstone, free aloe at base. So I can make infinite aloe potions, which is just amazing. I've never had that before. Because I usually just don't settle near something like that. Oh, right, my horse. Jay, where are you? Come here, Jay. Haven't ridden him in so long. The cool part is, too, at 60, I'll be able to, like, actually start crafting in-game stuff. Like, gear and everything. So, like, I'm not going to be wearing just the generic Sumerian set. Oh, that's... I'm feeling my controller vibrate. I was like, what the fuck is that? What am I hearing?
Yeah, I had to unplug mine because it kept getting annoying.
Did they add, like, controller support for this game or something? Is that what...
It's had it. It's had it since the beginning.
I had no idea.
But the vibration controls are a little ridiculous because if something else is fighting something, like if your thrall's fighting, the vibration comes.
Yeah.
So no.
So, there is black ice in the middle of the map, but I should actually go back to base because there's black ice closer to my base. Apparently, despite not having thrall camps nearby, I settled on just one of the best resource nexuses in the entire game. And I'm okay with that. Let's see, there's even some iron here. Is that a puma? They also apparently did redo some of the resource spawns on Sipta, so that it's a little bit more populous. Oh, what is this? Is that silver? Oh, no, 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 don't hit me. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. That's not cool, game. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna die. Okay. Nope. This is just shit terrain. I can't see dick in here. Huh. There we go. God damn. I got distracted and I was like, ooh, this looks like Silverstone. As it is. And then I just like got walloped by that guy. How ironic though, you find the like werewolf looking creature right next to silver spawns. That seems stupid of them. Okay, where am I? Uh-huh. There's apparently black ice down in here. Oh. And brimstone. Jesus. Place is another resource hotspot. I don't like the ominous heartbeat sound that I'm hearing. Okay, black ice. Oh, nice. You get ice off of this, too. No, horse. Please. Yeah, these guys are beefy if they're tossing around my thralls at this point. And they're only worth like 4K experience. Big sad. Weird, so he's protecting a cave with nothing in it. All of this is new, unexplored territory for me. I've just barely scratched the surface of Sifta. Either way, that's gonna have to be enough black ice. And now I know what I'm up against. Bears, apparently. I'd say the wildlife variation is much better in SIPTA. Like deer, bears, hyenas, and a like ostrich-looking thing, all in this like redwood area, on top of the like werewolf area that I just found. Did you have any luck, Ash?
Oh, on boat over here.
Just in the New Asgarth?
Yeah, but I was able to finish the fight.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Knowledge. I need to learn the preservation box. I'm well overdue for that. I can't learn the preservation box because I have to learn try and preserve. Damn it, I was really hoping I was gonna get away with not having to do that one. Okay, horsey. Give me a moment. We will require a shrubbery. I have steel. Let's make hardened steel. So I only need enough for 200. Unfortunately, I'm going to have very little alchemical base after this. The good news is I'll be able to craft alchemical base at a much, much higher rate. The reason I'm spam clicking is just so I can see how much I've crafted. Okay. Oh, I'm one off. Okay, this is now invalid building placement. I am gonna have to ask the horse to go elsewhere because problems with diet. Steel bars back on there. Now I can actually move. Fortunately, it gets very dark in this forest at night. But that's not a bad thing. Okay, put the horse up here. Put my accursed thrall here. Put my thought hunter here. Now they're going to be able to do all of that. So, an effort to improve placement capabilities. Apparently this says a cook available to it just for crafting speed. Storage, I need the improved box takes star metal. I would rather not, but star metal's not going to be too difficult at this point. I need 2 more insulated wood, so we'll just craft 1 for now. We'll get more star metal.
Died.
Rip. Ripperoni. And now we can store everything that I care to store. What's that? Need water? Go to bottom of base. Drink from the mud. Where are you at?
To Asgard still.
Damn. Okay, so this is really all we can craft with this. It is hilarious that alchemists offer nothing other than crafting speed. And that makes me big and sad. I'm almost to 60. Yep, that's right, crazy lady. Yeah, let's put all my powders and stuff over here. God, that scorpion egg does not expire very quickly. Okay, so what other crafting station do I want? Improved alchemist bench is not a bad one. Already done carpentry. Oh, I do need a greater wheel of pain at some point, but I really don't need it here. So it's not a huge problem. Religion, smithing. Oh god. Probably need the garrison armorer's bench, so I need at least 200 insulated wood. Get that crafting. As it's not going to be a fast process. the other thing is we want to make... Huh, why is that not working? That's really weird. You don't know how to create this piece. Yes, I do. Game, what are you doing? Why are you thinking I don't know how to create things that I clearly know how to create? Because it doesn't recognize my DLC? Uh-oh.
Yeah, you got the same bug I got that one time.
How'd you fix it?
I logged out of the server and logged back in.
Well, out of the server, out of the game.
Out of the server, like back to main menu out of the server.
Yeah. I really want to fix it so that the server shows up and I don't have to keep typing in the thing manually. Yeah.
You needed resin, right?
There.
If I can't find the smelter, you wanted resin?
Yeah. Yes, indeedy.
Found it. Macaroni and pick.
Nice.
But
Yeah, go for it. Well, that's only gonna get you bark.
no, it gives me resin.
Does it? Oh.
Yep, pick,
Oh,
pick
yeah.
or,
Okay.
Yeah, the pick Acronian picks give you resin and bark. Primarily bark, but you have a chance at resin. I have the perk for expertise.
I like how it can't place this on anything that a thrall is standing on. And yet it did for that one. Explanation? I don't know. I don't care. I'm not gonna try. I'm getting over encumbered because I'm replacing my brick. Craft many. And people say I can't craft without scaffold. Go. Already now the base just looks better. I'm not using shittier materials. Now I have to expand the footprint. Otherwise I'm just not gonna have room for anything. I do wish there was an improved dryer. That's definitely one of my more major annoyances. Give me resin. Oh. The maelstrom started. Triangle piece. There it is. Yeah.
Look.
I hear you.
Yeah?
Yeah, sorry, I'm busy being Spider-Man. Okay. What you back here for?
First, losing turn.
Yep. Should help. I've created at least an indoor space. And again, base is already looking better. Yeah. It's already getting me a lot more. God, you can force them to follow you.
Where's the resin going?
I mean, you could throw it literally on anything. But basically either the wood bench or the alchemist bench is probably ideal.
Got extra bark now. Bark.
Probably the drying rack. Trying to respace everything. Huh?
I just put in the rest of the resin from Asgard.
Huh? Guess, I mean, do whatever you want to, like, level yourself.
Yeah, I think a safe bet is to first secure more dancers on the teleporters.
Every teleporter should have one.
This one doesn't.
I mean, yes, because I moved it over here. But yeah, if you want to get one for the teleporter itself, that's fine.
Make a spear off this table.
Game, please don't crash. Game, please don't crash. Jesus Christ, what was that? Spear off this table. What are you trying to make?
The Terranian Nomad Spear.
What's it? What materials does it take?
Weapon handle and 15 star metal bar.
Wait, how can you if you're not like high enough level?
I have the DLC. Separate from.
Is the game just like dying now? And no, you can't because I don't have that much star metal.
Okay, where's the spot where you farmed it?
I didn't.
Oh,
Yes.
good ass thing.
Yeah, I'm still, again, not max level myself, but I need to modernize my gathering tools. I'm saving the star metal for that specifically. That's why I went ahead and made the executive decision to go ahead and use 20 of it on that other thing that I crafted earlier. Because I only have, like, 70 now, I think.
You have another one of those star metal shields?
Did you lose the one that I gave you?
No, I'm saying for the troll. I'm wearing mine.
Oh my god! Unreal! What the fuck? Why?
Try verify.
I shouldn't need to, dude. There hasn't been another update, right?
Not that I know of. I restarted Steam for opening the.
No, I know, but I mean, I've had SIPTA for years. This is just odd. That's unreal. It is. Hmm. Yeah, I don't get that.
Nearest throw.
Here? Up the river, it looks like. Or out west.
The west is where I saw some of the first encampments. I'll check there.
God, I love my internet.
What, there was an update and you just insta got it?
No, it's just validating the files that fast. Because it re-downloads is how it validates. This is the speed at which I downloaded 61 gigabytes. I don't know why it's validating a second time, but go for it.
Make sure that the first one was correct, was legit.
I guess. Or maybe it had to actually download another file, I don't know. What happened to the Goth Castle? We restarted the server because of the new enhanced edition upgrade to Unreal 5. This is honestly, I haven't had any issues with Unreal 5 until this stream. This weird that like all of a sudden it's crashed twice on me. And you can see I've played my fair share of Conan. What's wild is I definitely have one of the highest like play times out of anyone I know, but I have seen people online that are like, "Oh yeah, I got like 3,000 hours." I'm like, "What the fuck, dude?" I love Conan. It's a great game, but that's a bit much. That's an eat, sleep, and drink it type of thing.
Probably because it's the live servers, so they keep on it. They keep on keeping on.
It's usually the PvPers. Because, yes, they keep on keeping on. And also the official servers get axed every, like... Is it like 6 weeks or something? I don't remember. That's one of the reasons why I never really wanted to play on an official server.
That point is basically just fighting the seasons sources first, and then it's just people like min-maxing their roll speed, like Dark Souls.
Yeah, I don't really feel like it gives you very much time to level up and do things. That's probably my chief complaint about it. Okay, God, the base feels so much more spacious. Till I put this over there. I forgot you can't touch a wall if you're moving a placeable. Okay, now the base feels inherently less spacious.
blue door with
Hmm?
your heartbeat over and over again.
Don't.
But what do you know about it?
I know it to be in-game content. Not gonna break. Not. But that's Marion Zirga.
Oh, werewolves! Hello.
Yep, you must be to where I went and got the black ice. Actually, why don't I see you on the map? Part of the clan, you should show up. Is odd. Huh?
Might take a while for it to just.
I don't know. That's just weird. I also just logged in, right? So.
Is that gold?
Shouldn't be. At least not as far as I saw.
That's gold.
Wait, are you sure
Gold
it's not,
stone's on the side. Nope, it is gold. I'm hitting it, it is gold.
not brimstone?
It is gold. Goldstone has been acquired.
Interesting.
Also, ironically, next to a coal spot.
Is what it is.
Oh.
It may not be respawned. Okay, what was I trying to craft? Precision's Alchemist Bench. That'll do. Hey, I need you to, like, yeah, sit there. Good boy. Okay, now we'll remove this. Okay, now we're gonna put all that shit back in here.
Homies.
In the forest at night. Shocking. Shocking, I say. I have no idea what is the front side of this thing. Like it's this side. Hey. Hey, Alchemist 3. I know you like to cook, but you're following me now. I don't like that you like to cook. Boom. Okay. Hey, Alchemist 3. Stand guard. There you go. Do your thing, chicken wing. Okay. So we got that made. Now we don't need the precision alchemist. Next up is going to be probably whatchamacallit. Which, oh yeah, I need to actually make sure these are doing their job. Craft. Do literally anything.
Y muy rápido.
Okay. God, I can't see dick. That's like... It's weird too, because it's just like in real life, how when you're close to a light source in the dark, you can't see anything out in the dark. But when I move away from it, I can actually see a little bit better. Oh my god. Okay,
Oh,
that was it's dawn now, but
Beach side. This must be one of the spawn points.
of what?
Get the
Oh yes, you do spawn at the beach in Sipta. One of the reasons I don't like starting here.
civilization.
Oh my god, is that a yellow flower? Please tell me it is. My god, it is a yellow lotus blossom. That means I can craft the respec potions here too without ever leaving. Dude, I love this spot. Did you harvest all the trees from near my base?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was gonna say, I just noticed that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing.
I mean, it's fine. I just was like, wait a minute.
Said it was in the open. I made sure it was in the open.
It was. Now it's way too open.
Where are the people?
Okay. So I wanted a garrison armor. And now we're good. Now I think that's every major bench. I think.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
Now, unfortunately, I need a named armor. Otherwise, I can't do dick with this. I mean, technically, that's not true.
Not today. Give me your legs.
Why are you taking his legs? Lieutenant Dan ain't got no legs. So let's move the Tinkerer's bench. Let's move the Thaumaturgy bench. Let's move the Sumerian Vizier. I need you to follow me, Oscar. You have a very important mission. That mission is to follow me. Cannot move this placeable? Wanna bet?
Bro, that's perfect. I open a satchel, inside of it, another satchel. Inside of it, another satchel.
Yeah, I hate that shit. You killed a sorcerer, didn't you?
Huh?
Yep.
Inside a bag is a bag. Inside of the bag is another bag.
There, I did it. Okay, although technically I need my improved tannery. Precision or plant-based tannery? So the plant-based tannery just means I need far less bark. So yeah, we're gonna do that just so I can keep bark for other things. I want the plant-based tannery. Requires 150. Why does it require hardened leather? Fuck off. Like, that's just evil. Yeah, Oscar, I guess you can go back to work. God, I'm so happy to know that the armor doesn't want to work on the armorer's bench and instead wants to just run off.
That is a giant bear.
Is it?
Holy, what rank are you?
I mean, the other map has giant bear as well. Have you been far? Want to be near like?
You're a triple.
Ash, you're level 30. Why are you trying to tangle with these things? Just level up. You're asking for it. Then you're gonna die and you're gonna be like, what the hell? I didn't do nothing. Armor just wants to dance. You're not wrong, Jay. Valorant win? Probably never. I don't. Valorant's never been the type of game that like appealed to me. For better or worse. Which is funny because you would think I would like a more tactical based shooter, but I just don't. It's like when I'm in a mood for a shooter, I want to shoot things. And I want to do it fast. I want there to not be timeout. And I want to shoot them in the face.
That
See? So you killed a triple skull.
Yep.
Did you take one of my thralls?
Wow! Wait, whoa! No, I didn't take any of your thralls from Stip though.
Did you craft that piece of gear?
What piece of gear?
Uh-huh.
No, I'm genuinely asking, like, what piece of gear are you referring to?
The Turanian sword.
No.
Did you craft
hardened-
anything using star metal?
Have a hardened. I had.
Okay. Well, it's definitely possible then.
Poked at it.
I think so, yeah.
Bringing egg.
How many?
27.
Why?
Egg.
I have noticed your obsession with egg. I disagree.
Egg. What else to do with them?
So I could use a named carpenter, I could use a named armor. Definitely a named smelter. I think that's really it. I don't think I need any other names. I've been very fortunate in the small time that I've played at finding them. It's funny because I saw someone allege the other day that it's just like, oh yeah, since the enhanced update, there's just not nearly as many names. I'm like, you realize it's just RNG, right? Like, and part of it is too, I think people get stuck in the mindset of I'm just gonna keep farming the same thing over and over and over again. It's like, that's not how you get a name to spawn. Go check the other places, because I do think the game has a like internal cap and it won't allow for other things to spawn if there's already too many names. Go close. Go close. Okay, now I have it down. Nope, nope. Get over here.
Go ahead. A lot of brimstone.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of brimstone around the base.
Brimbo.
However, I'm also going to scream at you if you steal all my brimstone.
Think I got time for that?
Yes. When you say things like brimbone. Okay. So excellent. Now I think we actually have gotten every single crafting station. feels good, man. Even gonna move the Vonnier Hearth.
Can't move it. It's currently in use because Gregorus the baker is just thinking at it.
Okay. Now we've managed to fit everything, Gregorus. Need you to stand guard, thinking menacingly. Go. Managed to fit everything. See, you don't need a huge footprint. You just need some organization, usually, to build your base. And just by crafting and existing, I have hit level 60. Stamina regenerates 25% faster. Feels like a goated trait. And we take that. We're now max level. With that, now I can begin the actual game. I have all of my stuff on that end. Survival, I'm gonna unlock the Star Metal Pickaxe so that now I can actually craft it. Don't need any more from that unless I wanted to grab Master Chef, which really don't need, since I kind of have the Vonnier Hearth.
Oh.
The Vonnier Hearth.
That acts as a stove as well.
Yeah. Is kind of goated. You can't find it. What's wrong, Ash?
Huh?
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now then. I actually need a bed here. I'm gonna just... Wait. Oh, not that. Please go away. What knowledge am I missing that I can't craft beds?
Furniture maker.
Yeah. Sure, which means I need to make furniture maker. Crafting. Roll, I believe it is. No? Carpentry? Yes. Yes. The latrine. Spawn point updated. Now I actually have a bed for out here. I don't remember if there's any use for insects other than in traps. I squish them in a fluid press? No.
Bugs? No.
Yeah. Okay, bye bug. You are taking up literally 5% of my overall weight. You need to not exist. That's simple.
I'm gonna put a bed out here. I'll put it down below.
As we say, if you can, put it below. Because I really don't want to have to shuffle more of the upper part.
Not too much. The water here.
Yeah, it's funny that it's like, oh, you can't put it in water. You can't put it in water. And I'm like, okay.
I just put it in water.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, and I can basically like mess with it to get something so that it does still allow us to place stuff in water. And just create what amounts to a like shorter floor. Okay. A hunting we will go. A hunting we will go.
What are you hunting for?
Brawls. I need a named armor smith. Otherwise I can't craft me no gear. I mean, I can, but I would prefer not to.
Which way?
Oh.
Are you going to the teleporter for Asgard?
Yeah. Gonna check the usuals. Gonna go to Super Mario Mart.
Yeah. Names are comical.
As they should be. I hate chitin. There's not a dancer here? Yeah, there's a dancer.
Yeah, that one has
entertainer
one.
one. Huh?
I gotta find one that's the too higher so the perception down.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure if you check the Super Mario Mart Dancer Emporium, you'll find some.
Dancer.
Yep. Guys, I don't like that these are tier 1 thralls. They offend me with their presence. Please murder them. Hold on. I'm kicking them. I'm kicking. And then I'm kicking. And then I'm kicking.
Baby.
And then I'm kicking. And then I'm kicking. And then I'm kicking. And then I'm kicking.
Good.
And behold, everyone is dead. We've gone to the rapture. Let you decide.
Where you work the
Well, I worded it like this. And then I'm kicking. And then I'm kicking. I'm kicking. I'm rolling. Or after the booty hole. Ooh. He's candy. He's candy. He's candy. Yeah. Oh my god, disgusting. How dare. So this is a tier 3. But I kind of want to murder her just by virtue of the fact that she exists with 2 male dancers.
That's a petty choice. Just kill the male dancer.
The gods are displeased with me.
Okay. The male dancers are dead. No one saw what happened.
I literally saw what happened.
You didn't see what happened.
I'm clipping it.
Carpenter 3. Fortunately, I already have a carpenter.
Stillborn god.
Oh, sweet. He had another one. Surveying ruins of the fallen. Checking. Level 1 cook. That's just normal Stygian 1. Carpenter, carpenter. Blacksmith, blacksmith. Worthless being. Admittedly, super armor is not the best place to find an armor. I will attempt to murder. So that rotates. Ow? Who the fuck shot me? Why would you shoot me? I did nothing. Do you like the set religion, Ash?
No.
Okay. You like some fiery hot meat soup?
No.
Okay. What am I doing? I have a horse. Why am I running? The whole point of having a horse. Kill him.
Hit it. Ow.
That's a male dancer. Correction. It was a male dancer.
Hey! Woo!
Hit him.
Oh, that's rare to see a dancer spawn watching this dancer.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Okay, Supremor is a bust. Guess we gotta go check Asgarth.
Yeah.
I murdered so many people, too. You'd think the game would reward me. Homer Simpson ass woohoo, exactly. Horse, I need you out of there, thank you. I don't think you want to tangle with me, Wolf. You don't understand. It's you who Were you just in here?
Nope. Are there unconscious people?
No, I just saw Taylor running from the front gate back deeper in, which was weird. Free Hardens do. Keep coming. Free Hardens do. Free Hardens do. Was that his head that I just saw go fly?
Crying joy so that I can carve it on your fire. You have your heart out.
Free gold. I love how the AI will just ignore you. Sorry, ignore your thralls. Jesus, 2 Acaronian picks and 1 frickin' chest.
Ooh, let me get one.
What the hell? Yeah, you can have both. I don't need either.
There you go.
Okay, they're literally right here. I mean, I picked him up still, but... Wink. Wink.
Replace those brakes.
God, there's so many horses. Did you try to kick me? That's my signature move. Oladonga. But if you want. Your archpriest. He dead now. You need some heavy armor.
What kind? On here?
Yep. I also have medium wrists and a Vanir shield.
Wearing Bonnie at the moment. Okay.
Oh, whole gear of the Dark Arts, but unfortunately he's probably gonna die.
Oh, that person's stuck in the air.
Stay the fuck away from me.
With the homeboy in there? Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, he's literally who I already had. Oh wow. Unwelcome gift? Want
What
this?
the heck? Hold on. I just mounted your horse. Take your horse back, real.
I've never seen a normal drop a legendary like that.
What did he drop?
This Nordheim Fighter 1 dropped a legendary shield. Unless... Wait, is this the shield that it's thrown? Yes. Did my... Yeah, my thrall threw it. it's the shield that I had for him.
Oh, that's the one that she's using?
I guess they just actually threw the fucking shield, which is weird that, like, they hadn't thrown it until that point, right?
Picked it up, but when is it?
You can keep it at this point. If he's gonna keep throwing it, I don't care. Like, it's better to just let a player have it. Yeah.
Oh, so you can't even guard with it. You just straight toss it. Oh my.
Yeah, it's like Captain America bullshit.
Oh, that's so cool.
Which
Wait, can you
explains
put it in
every...
the commentary? The appearance?
Maybe, yes?
Stop skulking like a Zamorian thief.
I'm here to loot bandages and find names. And pick up hardened steel. If you need any of the hardened steel pieces, just let me know. I'm also good on alchemists, so. Now, coming up to this area, I am gonna switch my thralls to have knockouts. Cause this is where the dude will spawn. If he spawns.
I can see you, exile.
You can't see me.
Harpoon.
Yep, I don't get with you on him. That's a Nordheimer armor 1. Damn it. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. I want nothing to do with you people. Put this on my bar for now so that I don't have to keep running the second I take damage. The only guy I actually need to kill is, yep, him. Free to kill the others if you want. Evelyn. Oh, let me out. Oh. Oh. I hate this shit, dude.
Couple aggro.
I got him there. There is a dancer one there. To the right.
Sparks.
He's RNC.
Oh.
Okay, at this point, I'm just running out. I gotta go check the other camps. Yeah, the named armor spawns are somewhat rough. They just... You either get lucky and find one, or you just don't. This is actually how the rain looked earlier today when it was raining at my house. It was like a literal sun shower. It looked like someone had just turned their hose on and pointed it to the sky. Huh?
Oh, I guess the entertainer
Who
just
goes?
instant. Good. Okay.
If it's only an entertainer one, it's pretty fast. I admittedly don't have a taskmaster on that right now, though.
I didn't have gruel on the thing, and it didn't even process. It just, I put it in and then done. No gruel.
Ooh, 250 alchemical base and 500 bark. Fuck yeah. That was actually a really good pack that I opened. Avery arrow? No, but I will take the cons. Okay, nothing here. On to the next base. This is unfortunately how you just have to do this. You just have to keep going from base to base, checking the spawns. And this is why I say it's like, just killing one camp over and over again is never the right way to do this. Funny, yeah, I was gonna say, because I can tell that's gonna spawn in any second now. I have definitely found a named carpenter here a couple of times.
Outsider.
Bro goes in on my horse and gets walloped with one hit. Single slot weapon display rack. Wasn't aware that was a thing. Piece of treasure. Silver coin. This. Oh, he's down on the ground, I think. Yeah, he's unconscious, but the game glitched out and he was standing. That's kind of hilarious. Here's a villa. Hotel. I know for a fact a named armor cannot spawn at the next camp on the ridge. So we're instead going to come down here. Check these BS people. me with that shit.
God, take you!
Oh wow, a perfected hardened steel spear. Literally what I was already using.
Curse you!
Now I have a full durability one. That's just a carpenter. May as well kill him. Grab that. Couple of just small camps here on this frozen lake. They can actually spawn crawls that are named. Sort of like a wild card camp. Got him? Okay. Yeah, I found another Janos. I found two entertainer ones. Why does the game hate me? Okay, follower leveled up. Oh, well that was weird. Steel. I will always pick up steel, even at like end game, because steel is just so valuable. And unfortunately, again, there's no guarantee that the name that I'm looking for is actually going to spawn. This is just one of the problems that you have whenever you play Conan. Sometimes it's about patience and just checking consistently. This is also actually a really cool spot for a base. I've never built here, but I've seen people talk about it. Okay. I don't believe there's actually anything at this base. Ah, yes, 100 shades of pink. I've now learned spank and show off as emotes. I could go check over there, but it's going to take me a long time to ride over there, and I don't want to. Thought I could ride up that, but I guess not. I guess I gotta go down through the camp here. Like they kept the 100% spawn of Leon.
picked the wrong fight.
I swear it's inevitable that if a jailer is in a pack of NPCs, your thralls will taunt that jailer and attack it, even with a stunned thing. It's just kind of funny. Oops. No problem, Field. Yep, I'm gonna be ending here as well, chat. Gonna get myself back to base. So unfortunately, we did not find any of what we are looking for, but it will have to do. We at least got some valuable supplies. Got all the way to 60. Mapped out the rest of the crafting stations. So from here, high-level crafting, easily doable. High-level gathering, easily doable. And soon, if we can find the right thralls, we will be able to get our like in-game build online. That'll take a bit. Let me... Where's my... There it is. There's my dismantling bench. Throw some of the hardened steel here in there. Huh. See. Pretty valuable run considering I didn't even have to make that it myself. Okay. So chat, thank you all for watching. I will be back tomorrow night. Let me see if there's somebody on that we can give some love to. Pay it forward. I see Miss Ivy again. Funny, I haven't gotten to rate her in a hot second, and then she shows up twice. So, go give her some love, and again, I'll be back tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys for